Brown back again. Hope you're having a fantastic day or night, depending on where you are. So today we are back watching another Kaitlin Bennett video because I'm not going to lie, I love the girl. I love the videos she makes. I love the points that she makes. I think she's very intelligent. And a lot of the things that we discuss on this channel, she discusses. So I do like to watch her videos. So I wasn't really planning on making a video tonight, but then I was watching Liberty Hangout just, because I do enjoy it. And I watched the first 15 seconds of this video and I knew that we had to make a video on it. Oh my god, it infuriated me. So yeah, that's what we're going to watch today. But before we do that, can I please ask you, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot. It would mean the absolute world to me. Otherwise, let's jump into the video.
I said, if I need to kill a baby that's inside me, then I'm going to.
Why would you be so open about wanting to kill a baby? You recognize that it's a baby.
Okay, and I can do it if I want to. If I don't need it in me, and it was there not in my choice, then oh well.
So, that's the 18 seconds that I was talking about. I don't think I have ever seen somebody so proud of being a horrible, ignorant, vile human being, but I'm not going to comment too much on it now because obviously it is going to go, the conversation with her will come up throughout the video and I'll discuss it a bit more then. But that was that 18 seconds that I knew that we had to make a video on it because, oh my god, what a horrible person.
Yeah, let's get the mic. So, where's your mask? You want to be on public property? What happened to the mask law?
It's my body, my choice.
Oh, your body, your choice? Okay, so abortion, my body, my choice, right?
Do you have two heads?
I have one head, do you see it? If you see
Barely,
two heads,
I don't know what's inside of it.
If you see two heads, I think you need glasses. Right? Right?
If you
abortion
think
is my body, my choice, right?
it's not your body.
Your choice.
This is my body.
Yeah, my
Can you
body,
have a
my
real
choice.
Conversation without screaming?
Okay,
Calm down like
my
10
body,
knots.
My body,
Let's
my
go
choice.
underneath.
I don't think that I could stand there. And you know what? Credit to Kaitlin Bennett because I'm fairly certain that I couldn't stand there and have a conversation with somebody talking like that. Firstly, you obviously don't see what she's doing there. The point is, this is obviously going to be a video about abortion and stuff like that. So, my body, my choice, she's kind of showing you how hypocritical you are. But I think that went directly over her head because she was too busy being animated and condescending. I could not talk to someone like that. How annoying.
The thing. Okay. You can come with me. Wait, didn't she just say call the cops and she has a Black Lives Matter mask on?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys believe in defunding the police and they're out there killing people. Are you risking my life? Are you risking my life by calling the cops? Don't you guys chant that the police are out there killing people?
Who's you guys?
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, you're wearing the mask of an organization.
Okay. Make America great again, cult. Yeah. Right? That's what you have there.
That cult isn't going around burning cities. Guess what? Let's call it a cult. Let's call it a cult.
Make America great
Why
again.
isn't
Black
Trump's
Lives
cult
Matter.
around and tearing down cities? Why are Trump supporters lighting things on fire?
Black Lives Matter
Why
is
aren't
not a
they?
cult. It's a right.
Yes, it is. It's a.
No, I don't know, man. And most people, I think these days, are starting to wake up and see BLM for what it is. I think Black Lives Matter as an idea, Black lives do matter, but they are an organization, and they're an organization who has basically stolen millions of dollars. They haven't done a single thing for the black community. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think calling it a cult is too far-fetched.
Cult. It's a terrorist organization. They're a terrorist organization.
What do you say? What do you believe in? Let's see. Do you think all lives matter?
Absolutely. Well, no, not all lives. Not pedophiles. They don't matter. Rapists don't matter. Child predators don't matter. I would say drug traffickers don't really matter either.
Okay. So if all lives matter, wouldn't Black lives be a part of it?
Oh, absolutely.
So why don't you?
Obviously. I don't think, and I haven't seen all of Kaitlin Bennett's stuff, but I've seen a lot of it, and I don't think she's ever said that black people deserve death. And that's kind of don't Black Lives Matter? Yeah. I don't know anybody who would disagree that Black Lives Matter, but most people are against the organization because the organization, it's a scam.
agree with Black Lives Matter.
Well, if Black lives are a part of it, why are you chanting about abortion when 400,000 black babies are murdered every year?
Where'd you get abortion from? We were just
talking about abortion, and you want to say you believe in Black Lives Mattering.
I do.
Yes. So why don't you support ending and abolishing this policy, this criminal action of abortion that ends 400,000 black lives every year?
My body, my choice. Like you said earlier. My body,
Do you have 20 fingers?
No, I have 10. Do you have 20 fingers?
No. A baby inside of your body has 10.
1 week. Wow.
When is it?
Fetus. Wow.
When is it alive?
Does it have a choice? It's in my stomach, right?
Have you heard about the life found on Mars?
The what?
The life found on Mars. Have you heard about it?
No, because I don't care.
The bacteria that was found on Mars.
I don't care.
Do you think that would be considered life on Mars?
I don't know, because I don't know about it.
I don't want to like openly attack this girl, but while saying that, I kind of am a little bit. She's not real bright, is she? Like, I don't think she's kept up with a single part of this conversation yet.
You would consider that bacteria found on Mars would be life on Mars. So then why?
My own eyes, I'm not going to believe it. So
you've never heard in the past, decade that there has been life found on Mars through bacteria?
No, because I don't care about it, honestly.
Would you consider that life on Mars and be a really good thing?
I don't care.
You're not saying you don't care because you know it's a silly argument to say bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth.
A heartbeat? Who does it have a choice? Do they have a choice? They're my stomach. They're my child.
So what? Because they don't have a choice, that justifies murdering them, yeah? So coma patients, they don't have a choice. Should we kill coma patients? Like special needs people, they don't really have a choice. Should we kill them? So basically anybody who cannot defend themselves, we should kill. Fantastic argument. I've always found, and I think this is probably one of the most frustrating things ever, I've always found that the most condescending people on the face of the planet are often the simplest.
Can't talk yet. So if you can, I don't think.
So your humanity depends on if you can talk.
No, because babies can't talk, right?
No, neither can people in comas, but they're still people.
Yeah,
they're still
that.
people, and a baby in your womb, a baby in anybody's womb, is still a person.
No, I don't agree with that.
What are they then?
They're a fetus.
Of what?
You're a fetus. You had sex. You want to have sex. The baby goes into you, and that's it. If you don't want,
so you admit it.
See what I mean though about how condescending she is, but she's just not keeping up with conversation at all. It's quite ironic and kind of funny to watch. Funny and infuriating. A little bit of both.
Baby.
What else are you supposed to call it in your stomach?
It's a baby. It's a human.
It's
a baby human. It's a fetus of a human. No. What else is it going to be?
It's a fetus. It's a fetus.
Of a human. It's a human being inside of you. The DNA there is completely human. It's no other thing. It can't be any other thing. It's a human. Why doesn't their life matter?
They aren't they aren't fully grown yet. They're still a fetus.
So a baby isn't fully grown.
I do. It's so hard. And I think this is why stupid people win arguments a lot. It's so hard to argue with a stupid person.
Are they fully grown? Was he born like that?
Let me think.
He wasn't. He was born as an infant.
Okay, look, I'm so sorry, but the attitude, do you not see, and I know that she'll never see this, but I kind of hope she does. Do you not see how stupid you're looking right now? But still somehow you're like, let me think about it. You look ridiculous. You haven't made a single point since the beginning of this video. And not only have you not made a point, but you're not understanding what she's saying. You are too feeble-minded. You're too simple-minded to keep up with the conversation. Yet you have the biggest attitude that I've ever seen on a person. Like, it's really, really frustrating.
And then grew into a toddler, and then grew into a child, an adolescent, a teenager, and then an adult. And then eventually, he's going to be an elderly human being, an old man. He's going to be walking with a cane, eventually in a wheelchair, probably. But every stage of his life I just described that he will go through or has gone through, he was always a human, a fetus, an embryo, a zygote. Those are all stages of human development.
Okay.
There is no question about that.
Okay.
It's like she's got absolutely nothing to say, and all of a sudden the theatrics and the animation and the condescending way she was speaking to Kaitlin, that's all dropped because she's been utterly owned. And, like, she would still argue, but she just can't. She literally can't.
Are you conceding that a baby in the womb has protections because they are a human?
No.
What would it take to get...
I know I'm pausing it a lot, but I think I'm getting a bit animated and I'm getting a bit heated. This is the problem, right? This is the problem with the left. And I'm just going to, you know, say it as simply as I possibly can. This is the problem. No matter how much proof, no matter how much evidence, no matter how many facts you throw at them, even if they are proven wrong without a shadow of a doubt, they will still look you in your face and tell you that you're wrong. No, I don't care. I'm going to believe what I want to believe, even if they're proven wrong. And they're never... This is the thing. I was always told when I was growing up, stupid people think they know everything, right? So you can never learn if you already think you know everything. She's just been given a bunch of information that she obviously didn't know. She didn't even know there was life on Mars. And instead of stopping, shutting her mouth and listening, she got animated and she had an attitude, and she was doing a lot of talking but no listening whatsoever. So she's never going to learn anything. And that's why stupid people often say stupid, as harsh as that sounds. And smart people know that they don't know anything. And that's why they're constantly open to new ideas, and they're listening and they're learning, and they have more of a thirst for knowledge because they understand that in the grand scheme of things, you don't know anything. But yeah, dumb people always think they're the smartest people in the world, which is so ironic.
You to realize that we shouldn't be poisoning and ejecting babies from the safety of their womb.
It's all I gotta say is my body, my choice. Yeah. Because if I want to abort a baby, I can. There's no...
Well, Roe v. Wade being overturned, you might not be able to.
So you admit it's a baby, it's a human in there.
A fetus, a baby.
Of a human. You admit that.
It's a fetus, no. No.
You do know that. You do know it, and that's why you have this nasty attitude. Yeah. This is why you're being condescending and rude.
Because you are wrong.
I'm wrong.
How? In what way is Kaitlin wrong? I just can't. I can't with this woman.
Then prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
And rude.
Prove me wrong that that's not a baby.
I'm just talking to you. What happened to not yelling? I was being rude when I was yelling. I'm not yelling now, right?
You were being rude when you weren't yelling too. Like, the whole attitude was rude. Even this is kind of rude. Like, but I'm a bit biased now because I dislike her.
No, you're just justifying the genocide of 1 million people every year in this country. That's pretty rude, if you ask me.
How am I justifying that?
Justifying abortion kills 1 million people every year.
Abortions, right? Because it kills people. Okay, so why don't you agree with when police? Why don't you agree with when police kill black people? Which is the reason why we say Black Lives Matter. Because you saw Breonna Taylor, she died. Where's the police officers that killed her? Having fun. Okay, what about George Floyd? He died.
From what?
Oh, for what? For fake $20 bill.
What happened to not being rude? Like, I was being rude then, but I'm not being rude now. He died it.
What did he die from?
The knee was on his neck.
That's what he died from?
Yeah, because he couldn't breathe no more.
I think you're going to be really upset in trial when the courts come out, and that's not what he died from.
Oh, okay. So, the knee was on his neck. Breonna Taylor, what?
Have you watched the body cam footage where he was screaming, "I can't breathe," before they even put him on the ground?
Oh, I saw the body cam footage, and he couldn't breathe. Once you say you can't
Why couldn't he breathe?
So,
why couldn't he breathe?
Once you say he can't breathe, don't you think you should stop constraining him to let him breathe?
He said that before he was even on the ground.
But don't you think? Right? Because you're white. I'm not. I look white. I'm Spanish. But
how do you know I'm not Spanish?
Girl, we know.
Don't assume.
Sure.
Don't assume.
Oh, girl, we know.
George Floyd was saying, "I can't breathe," before they put the knee on the neck. Okay. That is a lawful restraint by that police department. That is lawful.
On the neck correct? Is that right?
It's lawful. So I don't know what you mean by correct, and these people are often vague on purpose. It's lawful, yes.
If it's in there, if it's a restraint, it might be.
It's not right.
It might be.
Can you kill that?
It might be. How do you know he died from the knee on the neck?
You saw the body cam footage, right?
Did you see the body cam footage?
Oh, yes, I did.
Then you know
And that's how
that
I
he
know
said,
that
I
he's
can't
wrong.
breathe before they put the knee on the neck.
And they still said it. He still said it while it was on the
So if he was dying, he couldn't breathe from the knee on the neck. Why was he saying it before he was even on the ground?
How should I know? It doesn't matter. It's still wrong.
It matters.
Well, if you're out here, black lives matter, I feel like you should know. It's rather important you know what you're out there protesting and screaming and bitching and moaning about. It's rather important.
To accuse someone of murder, then they may have not murdered someone.
Like I was saying earlier, how come? What's the issue exactly? Wear a mask. She has one. She has one.
I want to mention that a lot of these people are feminists or liberals. They're out here super cool leftists. They claim my body, my choice, yet they're mad. Holy crap, wait. There's a social distancing gathering limit here on campus. There's more than 12 people gathered. What are you guys doing? You're killing people out here. Everybody's going to die. There's more than 12 people out here. There's a policy on campus that students cannot gather in groups more than 12. Yet they're out here. Look at this.
Shocking. Leftists are hypocritical. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I said if I need to kill a baby that's inside me, then I'm going to.
Why would you be so open about wanting to kill a baby? You recognize that it's a baby.
Okay, and I can do it if I want to. If I don't need it in me and it was there not in my choice.
99% of the time, pregnancy is a direct result from having sex. So you did have a choice. And this is the thing. I have always seen this whole thing as so incredibly selfish because you chose to be irresponsible, right? You chose to have sex without contraception, then you fall pregnant. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I don't want it. Then you should have, this is 2022. There is no excuse for unwanted pregnancies anymore. Except for the big R word. I do sympathize with people that are in that situation. I still don't think murdering babies is acceptable, but I do at least sympathize a little bit. But 99% of the time, people have sex, fall pregnant, then all of a sudden they don't just use contraception, right? Just use contraception. It's not that difficult.
Then oh well.
So what if there's a 2-month-old out there? Would you be upset that someone says, I don't need it in my space, I don't need it in my life? Would you be upset?
I mean,
that someone, let's have a conversation, okay? Why does it matter? Hold on, 1 second. 1 second, I'm talking to you. You're bragging about going and killing a baby. Maybe you would do that in the future. You're bragging about it.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying you're putting all these people down. If one of them gets raped and they become pregnant, then they can do it if they want to.
So
It's not your choice. It's not your body. You do whatever you want to. I get it. If you want to keep the baby, go for it. But it's my body and it's my choice.
So do you think abortion is wrong in every other aspect? Because you're using the rape argument. Can we agree that abortion is wrong?
No, because guess what? I have a boyfriend. Let's say I become pregnant with his kid. And guess what? I'm too young to have a kid. I'm not mature enough to do it.
Okay, then let me put this so simply. Then don't have sex. These people make me so angry. Every time I watch one of these videos, it just ruins my whole night. But I feel it's so important to watch these videos and to discuss them. It is so important, but oh my god, these people drive me crazy. If you're too irresponsible, you're too immature, and you go to college and don't have sex, or at the very least, if you're gonna have sex, use contraception because then you won't fall pregnant. How do we live in a society where it's completely acceptable, it's 100% okay for you to be irresponsible, have sex when you're not, she said herself, not mature enough to have sex, do it in a way that is going to result in you falling pregnant, and then it's completely fine to murder your baby instead of taking the other 27 steps that you have to take to fall pregnant. Just use contraception, dude. It's not that hard. Get on the pill, get the injection, get the rod. There are so many different contraceptions available. How do we live in a society where it's just okay to kill kids?
Because I'm still in college. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of it. And then when I'm older and I want to start a family, then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do it now. It's my body.
When you say you get rid of it, what are you doing?
I'm disposing of it so that it's not in me anymore.
No, if you're going to be a horrible, horrible, disgraceful person, at least be honest about how much of a horrible, horrible, disgraceful person you are. You're killing it. You're murdering it because the baby's inconvenient for you.
So you're killing it.
I mean, it's not alive, so I'm not killing it.
How is it not alive?
What an idiot.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It cells. It's not born yet. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't eat. It gets fed through a tube.
So when a person...
It gets fed through a tube. It gets fed through a tube. Does she know what pregnancy is? She might be here arguing something that she has no idea what she's talking about. It doesn't get fed through a tube. The placenta feeds the baby. And just because it doesn't breathe, like it doesn't physically breathe, it takes in oxygen, if you want to look at it that way. Just because it doesn't breathe, it deserves to be murdered. But I bet you these same people are all about climate change and we need to save the trees. The trees don't breathe. Should we kill them?
dies, are they no longer a person?
When they die, yeah, they're not living anymore.
But are they still a person?
What? I'm sorry.
Are they still a person?
Are they still a person? They were a person.
So when someone dies, they're no longer a person.
They were a person. They are not anymore.
What determines personhood?
They're born, they're living, they do things, they think, they eat, they drink, but a baby doesn't.
So
inside
So because something doesn't eat or drink, kill it. Off everything that doesn't eat or drink. Stupid girl.
living when it's born. Yeah. So are women just carrying around dead babies in their womb?
Yeah, I'm about to get my period next month, and guess what? It means there's a baby and it wasn't fertilized.
That's not what that...
You, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Does she think that a period is a miscarriage? Does this... I need to hear that again.
Period next month, and guess what? It means there's a baby and it wasn't fertilized. That's so...
what that means.
It means there's a baby that wasn't fertilized, therefore I got my period. Holy crap. That's not what that means. The egg wasn't fertilized. There was never a baby. You were never pregnant. The egg was not fertilized, so you get a period. There was... I can't deal with this.
That is not what that means.
It's not born yet, it's the same
A period is a shedding of your uterus. Your uterine lining is shedding because there is not a fertilized egg in there.
Right. So whether it's...
You don't even know what a period is.
I do. I get them. I've gotten them for 6 years now. I think I know what a period is.
Well, you say that, but can we just go back?
Period next month, and guess what? It means there's a baby and it wasn't fertilized.
I don't think you do know what a period is, darling.
But what I'm saying is if it hasn't come out yet and it's not born, it doesn't matter.
What about the day before it's born?
The day before it's born, it doesn't matter.
Why? What determines life?
What determines it? My brain, my thinking, and my choice. If you want to do it, if you want to don't want to get rid of it and you want to keep it, go for it. But that's your choice. It's not mine.
I'm so glad Roe v. Wade was overturned. So monsters like this can't just, kill every baby they see. Because if the baby still doesn't matter the day before it's born, then that means the baby doesn't matter the day after it's born, right? It's a slippery slope. I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope.
If you're using the logic of your brain determines when someone's a person and you can do what they want with it, what is stopping anybody from using that same logic to kill you right now? It could be in someone's brain that you're not a person. We have to be able to apply that logic to people who are already born. That's a very dangerous way to think, because that is not what is happening out here. People are people, no matter how small, no matter what stage in their development.
People if they're gay. Can you tell me that though?
Dead people are still people.
No, I didn't say dead, I said gay.
Gay?
Yeah.
Yes, there's gay people out there.
And are they people in what you consider people?
Yes.
They are. Is that why you got your boyfriend to be converted?
I don't have a boyfriend.
I mean your husband, excuse me.
My husband was never at conversion therapy.
He was never at conversion therapy?
Oh, would that bother you if he was?
No, because I love gay people. I don't
Awesome. Awesome.
Just like I don't give a shit if they do anything to their body. It's not me. I have a question. She has a question.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just see people people. And you just dislike them so much. She was infuriating. And that's the thing. They do that, right? Once you have a conversation with them and you throw some evidence or some facts or some critical thinking at them, they immediately will change the conversation because they have nothing to say. I'm sure that most leftists know that 99.9% of their arguments are more holy than Swiss cheese. There are holes everywhere. Nothing that they say ever makes any sense, and it's always so super hypocritical. And they have to know that. So when they're approached by somebody who actually is like, hey, let's use a bit of common sense, they can't handle it. So it immediately goes from abortion to Black Lives Matter to, oh, well, what about gay people? What about trans rights or trans people in sports? They do it every single time. And they think that they're getting away with something, but anybody who's watching who has a single brain cell can see what they're doing, and you can see that they have no argument.
What would it take for you to not support the genocide of 1 million people every year in this country?
She needs God. That's what she needs.
You want to talk about genocide? Go talk about how black people are getting killed for no reason.
How many?
Go talk about the Muslims who are in camp.
How many?
Let's talk about genocides that have happened. But
Let's talk about genocide. 1 million people.
I want to talk with you about genocide because
Funny that she makes a statement, all of a sudden, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. You know why? We all know why, sweetheart. Because you have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think you're like informed on the topic.
I have numbers. I have statistics. You have not given me a number yet.
Okay, I don't need to give you numbers. There are other genocides other than abortion.
Yeah, and they're all wrong, you simple woman.
Why don't they matter?
Because there are people who are killing people for no reason. People like
people killing unborn babies for no reason. 97% of abortions are done because they just don't want it. It's not because of rape. It's not because of incest. It's not because of income. How many abortions are committed because of rape?
I'm not a rape genius. I don't know.
No, but you're a pro-abort, so tell me the statistics.
And I can decide what I want.
How many babies are killed?
No, I'm like, so I know I keep pausing it, but these people just know me so much. I feel like you just be honest, right? If you're gonna be this type of person, which I wouldn't recommend anyone being this type of person, but if you're gonna be like this, just be honest about it. You are a pro-choicer because you're selfish. All you care about is yourself. You want to be able to murder as many babies as you want, whenever, because it's convenient for you. That's the reality. It's not because of incest, rape, all these things that these people, all these buzzwords people are constantly throwing. It has nothing to do with that, because it's such a small percentage of the abortions that take place are because of those things. Just be honest about it. You're selfish. You're irresponsible, so you've got to find yourself in a position where you fall pregnant with a baby that you don't want, and that poor baby is going to get murdered because you're a selfish person. Just be honest about it.
Are killed because of rape.
I don't know.
It does matter. 0.05% of abortions are committed because of rape.
It doesn't matter.
That's what it is. 0.05.
Isn't it funny? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But Kaitlin's talking about the point she just made. She was the one talking about rape and incest and all that kind of thing, right? But now that she's like, okay, this is how many... It doesn't matter. It's your own point. Oh my God. I'm going to stop watching these videos.
97% of abortions are committed because the woman just doesn't want it. That's what's happening in our country.
Watch this girl in the background while Kaitlin's talking. She's an animal.
That's what it is. 0.05%. 97% of abortions are committed because the woman...
She just said, if I don't want the kid, boom. I'm getting to a point where, like, I don't know how to save the world from these monsters. Like, okay, I don't want to get too far into the religious side of things, because the religious side of things really has nothing to do with anything. But I'm really starting to see how a lot of this is evil, right? It's just evil. And we're living in a society where it's becoming more acceptable to be evil, to do evil things, and to condone people doing evil things, than it is to try to do what's right, to try to do what's good, to try to do what's true. And I think that's really, it's so terrifying to me, and it's really, really dangerous. I feel like we've let people like this get away with the horrible things that they do for far too long. And I feel like we're at a point where we're kind of, our backs against the wall and we're almost outnumbered by these people. Like, it's terrifying. It's so scary to think of. How can you be, like, look, I don't know. I know people do things, right? People make mistakes. I was having a conversation not long ago with somebody who had an abortion and they regretted it, and you know, they were worried about what that means for them and stuff like that. And I understand that things like that happen. People make mistakes. And as I said to the person who I was talking to, I'll say it here. Talk to God about it, right? Ask for forgiveness, because he's pretty good at that. But most people who have abortions, they end up regretting it because it's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing to do. You are literally killing your own child out of convenience. Like, is there anything more evil that one can do? So people make mistakes and they do things like that. That is so different to this, where people are in the streets ranting and raving and bragging and screaming about how they're okay to kill children and they want to kill children and have abortions and all that kind of thing. It's honestly sickening. It makes me like sad and angry all at once. It's so frustrating. And this is why I talk about things like this, because I feel like I'm just watching Kaitlin's video on it, right? But I feel like the more people that talk about this kind of thing, maybe this behavior, we can put a stop to it. And that is already happening. Like, overturning Roe v. Wade, that was a step in the right direction. That's the kind of thing that we need to do, and we need to keep doing things like that. And that's why I think it's so important to talk about these kind of things. But by the end of videos like this, I'm always so upset and so angry and so heated. And I'm so sad at how many babies. Anyway, I'm going to start crying if I keep talking about it. But as much as this video was probably as frustrating to you guys as it was to me, I do hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed my commentary on it, in the very least, because I always get so mad at it. I'm sure you guys do too. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. It'd mean the absolute world to me. Otherwise, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.